Live, this is News Channel 8 Today on Great 38 on your side.
And Tropical Storm Elsa is heading to Florida after tearing across Cuba.
A live look here at Key West, where the rain is already soaking streets there, and there is a lot more to come. We have the newest track that has the storm strengthening. I want to check in with our meteorologist Lee Spann and Amanda Holly. But first, I want to mention very quickly here that Tampa International Airport now saying that they will suspend all operations as of 5 o'clock today. So an indication that heavy rain is going to start moving in the afternoon.
And the strong winds there.
Yeah, the storm is only about 55 miles south of Key West right now and moving, so we're only about 250 miles away from Tampa. So it's getting closer, as you can see. And what's going to happen throughout the day today, our conditions are going to deteriorate. So we have a hurricane watch for Pinellas, coastal Pasco, coastal Hernando, coastal Citrus counties. And a hurricane watch, even though the system is not forecasted to be a hurricane, they do that just on the off chance that there is a burst of convection and hurricane force winds do occur. So they want you to prepare for that, even though that's not necessarily the forecast. And just some little spotty showers right now pushing through Manatee and Sarasota counties. We do have some of the heavier rain now in the Indian Lake estates. This is really the northern fringe of Elsa. This is one of the very first, not the last, but one of the very first tropical rain bands wrapping around it, coming right over I-4 right now. So you can see as of 8 o'clock this morning, it had not gained too much more wind speeds. It's up to still at about 60 miles per hour. You'll notice if this is the center, all of the convection, all of the clouds, all of the rain over here on this side and not on this side. That's the wind shear keeping it going from gaining too much strength. Now we are expecting it to get close to hurricane status. It's now forecasted to be a 70-mile-per-hour tropical storm just off the Pinellas coastline, and then could make landfall anywhere from Citrus County up to Dixie County by tomorrow afternoon before heading way up and away from us. The likelihood of getting tropical storm force winds pretty high, especially along and just off our coastline. So what you'll see here is that purple is extremely likely along the coast of Manatee and Sarasota counties, very likely for Pinellas County, Hillsborough County. But once you head toward the inland areas, it's not as likely that you're going to deal with tropical storm force winds, but you still have a lot of impacts. And that's what I'm going to bring in Amanda Holly to talk more about.
Yeah, good morning, Lee. Our coastal spots are probably going to feel the brunt of Tropical Storm Elsa as it kind of parallels our coastline. We're going to have the most amount of rain here and the strongest winds most likely. So rainfall accumulations between 4 and 6 inches right along the coast. And again, that's on top of the already saturated ground. When you add in the tropical storm force winds, we're probably going to be talking about those trees falling over potentially onto power lines. So you have to watch out for those power outages. But overall wind speeds between the 50 and 70 mile per hour range. Again, as Lee mentioned, can't rule out a burst of convection, creating a hurricane force gust, maybe up to that 75 mile per hour range. That would mainly be along the Pinellas County coastline and north. And as always, we're dealing with a landfalling tropical system, so isolated tornadoes are possible in those rain bands that wrap around. Now, after midnight is when our winds are going to be mostly coming onshore, and that's when we're going to talk about the coastal flooding, the storm surge. 3 to 5 feet is possible on top of that higher tide, and those high tides will occur after midnight tonight. That'll be the highest tide with Elsa. That's why we have these storm surge warnings in effect. Lee?
And so keep that in mind, but by the time you head into tomorrow afternoon, the system is already beginning to pull away from us. So our conditions are going to go downhill during the day today. Our winds are going to get stronger. Our rain chances are going to increase. And that's why this fantastic scale is only a 2. It would get even less than that, but you have the morning right now to prepare. Make those final preparations, put those sandbags up where they need to go so that as you go to bed tonight and those seas begin to rise, you'll be well protected. Now we know we've had a lot of rain over the last couple of days. I know many of the ditches are already full. Well, our rain chances, look at this, 50% by 2 p.m. and 80% after 6 p.m. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Lee. And as Lee and Amanda continue to track Elsa, 8 on your side has a crew in Pinellas County to see how people and businesses there are preparing. We're
going to start with Marco Villarreal, though. He's live a little further south in Fort Myers Beach. And Marco, you spoke with some folks down there. Don't seem to be overly concerned about this storm at this point.
No, not so much, and they were hoping that it would be something like this, just getting some rain here in the area, but they say they've survived much worse. So then we said, well, what about this area? This is Fort Myers Beach. It's a pretty touristy area. Earlier today, we saw a lot of people out enjoying their walk. There's still a few people way down there who are deciding to take a walk in the rain, but not a lot of people decided to leave town as soon as they heard that a tropical storm was coming in. Now, not too far from here is another well-known and highly visited area, Sanibel Island. Well, a strong afternoon thunderstorm had cars lining up to get off the island. The locals who live and own businesses on the island, they stayed open and said they were going to continue to stay open. Many have been here through much bigger storms like Hurricanes Charlie and Irma. They say Elsa doesn't compare. The people here visiting are also waiting to ride out the storm. They say they just survived a different storm, COVID-19. They want to enjoy their first vacation in a long time.
If the authorities said we needed to leave, we would, but other than that, I'm not worried. We'll stay here.
I take it seriously, but at the same time, we'll have time to react. We're just across the bridge, and we just head up into Lakeland, and we'll be out of harm's way. But we're cautiously optimistic.
That guy may have made the right call since the storms are now heading kind of towards the central Florida. He may just stay here and enjoy the beach, and we are seeing that today. A lot of the shops, a lot of the businesses out here are getting ready to open up again. The only one that I've seen that has told me that they're going to shut down is a restaurant right behind us here, and they say they're going to be shut down today, but they'll be back tomorrow morning. For now, reporting live in Fort Myers Beach, Marco Villarreal, 8 on your side.
Okay, thank you, Marco. Let's head down now to Pinellas County.
Beth Rousseau is there this morning. And Beth, talking about the business owners there right now, are they worried about the storm?
Chris and Avery, we've got a totally different situation than what Marco's got down in Fort Myers. So they say that they've already taken their time and said, oh, don't worry about a tropical storm with Ada. They say when they did that, guess what happened? The storm surge from John's Path washed right into this boardwalk area. They say that the waters here climbed so high, it was all the way up to this third step. So look at what that means. It means that there was a foot or more of water inside these businesses. So you can see that they're boarded up this morning. They say they are taking Tropical Storm Elsa much more seriously.
Water was probably up to right about here on this middle divider.
Captain Dylan Hubbard doesn't look at tropical storms the same way since Ada.
I think one of the most memorable things from Ada that the whole entire region learned, in my opinion, at least here in Madeira Beach, is only a tropical storm can cause a huge amount of damage.
The owner of Hubbard's Marina says he worried he over-prepared until water from John's Pass rushed into the boardwalk area, damaging their dock and flooding their shop.
Coming back the next day and just seeing the devastation along Gulf Boulevard, along local businesses, seeing some of those businesses that weren't as lucky, weren't as over-prepared, because no one was expecting what we saw that night.
Hubbard tells 8 on Your Side it's shaping the way he preps for Tropical Storm Elsa.
What we're going to do as far as where to store the boats, how to store the boats, and preparing our beach cabanas and putting our storm windows on and preparing for this flood event. We're expecting a solid 5-6 foot of water.
And the other thing that I want to point out to you here at Hubbard's is in addition to the doors being boarded up, you can see that they've got foam right here. That's going to seal everything in so that if water does get in this area, it won't be able to creep inside the shop. Keep in mind, Pinellas County is under a local state of emergency, so county leaders want everyone to be prepping in this manner. We're live in Pinellas County this morning. Beth Russo, 8 on Your Side.
All right, thanks, Beth. And make sure you download the 8 on Your Side Hurricane Guide on WFLA.com. This includes important information about evacuation routes, flood maps, and shelters. And for what's happening right now in Tampa Bay, we'll turn it over to Lee Spann.
Yeah, that's right. We just wanted to show you where some of the watches and warnings are currently. So this is what it looks like right now. Quite literally, for many people, it's the calm before we're going to get this tropical storm. And we're feeling it, 78 degrees. We feel the high humidity out there right now. The hurricane watches are in effect for all of Pinellas and then the coastal areas of Pasco, Hernando, and Citrus, and of course out into the Gulf of Mexico as well. The rest of us in the orange shadings, those are tropical storm warnings. Now we do have some rain out there, and this is sort of the beginning, and we're going to see off and on downpours for the first half of the day before the more consistent rain comes in tonight. So on Max Defender 8, some spotty rain in Manatee and Sarasota counties. Some of the heavier rain right now in the southeastern portions of Polk County, but you see it wrapping around in that counterclockwise fashion around Tropical Storm Elsa, which is now about 250 miles south of Tampa and moving to the north-northwest at 12 miles per hour with maximum sustained winds at 60. So let's walk through the day using one computer model of what we could feel. So this is until about 3 p.m. Notice some passing showers, but there'll be plenty of time between now and 3 p.m. when it's not going to rain on you. Can't say the same once we head into the evening. So that's when that system around 6 or 7 o'clock tonight, just off the Fort Myers coast, we start to see more of the consistent rain, and it gets heavier and heavier as the night progresses. So this is around 11 p.m. 5 a.m. The storm is just off the Pinellas coast. Strongest winds, heaviest amount of rain, especially along and west of I-75. And then after about lunchtime on Wednesday, tomorrow, this thing is gone. So we have the rain chances coming down back to just average for Thursday.